Cycles in life are a lot like seasons. If you live in a location that has 4 seasons, you'll understand that. There's a big difference between spring and summer, between fall and winter. We expect these changes. We understand these natural cycles of nature. The same thing happens in our study of numerology. Imagine that numbers and cycles of numbers are a little bit like the weather report. Let's go through some of those numbers now and see how we might think of them using the imagery of the weather and the atmosphere. The number 1, think of it as a new day, a new season, a new weather pattern. A spring morning, a bright day, crisp and clear. There's movement in the air. It's the kind of day where there's a spring in your step, maybe a bit of a nip in the air. We want to get going. Number 2. 2 is a calm day, but it's not alone. This is a day that would be shared. 3. 3 is a period with a variety of weather happening. It's not a day that changes, it just has variety. There'll be a beautiful sunset, perhaps a rainbow. It's a time of color and creativity. Of course, this is not actual weather. These are just metaphors. We would never say it's a 3-day I saw a rainbow. They're just images. It's another point of view. It's a fun way to look at the numbers. 4, well, it's a boring day. It's a long day. It's a day that makes us work. Maybe it snowed the day before, and this is the day where we have to shovel it all away. 5 in the weather is constant change. It could be a tornado. It could be a snowfall in the middle of the spring, or even the summer. It could just be 6 different weather patterns in one day. It's definitely the day that the meteorologist gets it wrong. We expect the unexpected. It's when our hat flies off our head. 6. It may be dusk. We will definitely hear the crickets. On a 6th day, we'll be on a veranda of a southern plantation, listening to the crickets in the background. The ladies of the savannah will come by with their parasols. It is not a lazy day, but a cozy day. The weather would be cozy. This would be the day for hearth and home. Time around the fireplace or the porch. We might be indoors. There might be a Christmas carol. Outside, it could be snowy and beautiful. Indoors, there'd be a fireplace. This is the day when it rained and everybody's dealing with wet wool. 7 is calm, tropical, isolated, a deserted island with a single palm tree. There's nothing but sunlight. There's no wind. There's no air moving. This is for people who enjoy the sun and the heat. For them it will seem very lovely. For others they will say, oh my, here we go. What a hot day. They may find 7s very long, so it's a time of patience. And that's all you can do on a deserted island, is to be patient. There's nothing else. There's no wind, there's no rain, no surprises, not even a coziness. It's just sun all day, all night nothing, nothing to do. Not even a coconut falls from the trees. It's just a palm tree. 7 is life, but nothing's moving. 8 is wind. It's the energy of air and motion. You're on the ocean. You're in a great big sailing ship. All the sails are up and billowed. The ship is moving. And everybody says, wow. Since 8 does represent the cycle of life itself, the wheel of life, the consequences of life, things will happen during that time. The sails are up, but you have to watch where you're going because, well, incidents happen. 9. Think of 9 as the nighttime. It's a time of completion. If you were on that sailboat, we would have just arrived. It's our destination, the end of a weather pattern. Here are the pros and cons of that 9. On the positive side, it's a really nice feeling after a rainstorm when the air is ionized. The advantage is that the air is good. The disadvantage is that everything is still kind of wet and sloppy. Our umbrellas are still out. Our boots are filled with water. We have to clean up now. There may be a flood. But that's 9 in a progression. Going from 1 through 9 is a complete progression. We can think of it logically with the information we know about numbers, or we can think of it as metaphors, like the weather.